It seems that every day we're reminded that we live in an era of great power rivalry, that the rules-based order is fading, that the strong can do what they can and the weak must suffer what they must. The middle powers must act together because if we're not at the table, we're on the menu.
Now, Canada is no stranger to President Trump's threat of territorial expansion. It's a country he's previously referred to as the 51st U.S. state. On Tuesday, President Trump posted this AI-generated map plastering the U.S. flag across Canada, Greenland, and Venezuela. California's Governor Gavin Newsom also in Davos and delivering a sharp rebuke to world leaders who he says are not standing up to President Trump.
It's time to buck up. It's time to get serious and stop being complicit. It's time to stand tall and firm, have a backbone. Should have brought a bunch of knee pads for all the world leaders. I mean, handing out crowns and this is pathetic. Nobel Prizes that are being given away. I mean, it's just pathetic.
I think that when they originally were going to do it, they were talking about doing some concept of ownership. But now they're looking to essentially just do a lease and sell it. And I'm against that. It's a reasonably nothing like Greenland, but it's a reasonably important area of the globe. Not to anywhere near Greenland, but I think they should keep it. I don't know why they're doing it. Do they need money?
What happens to the tariff threat to Greenland if the Supreme Court comes out and rules against you on the tariffs?
Well, I'll have to use something else. I mean,
are
look,
you willing to use force?
Take a look at the word license. Take a look at other things. I mean, we have other alternatives. But what we're doing now is the best, the strongest, the fastest, the easiest, the least complicated.
Sir, if you move ahead with the Greenland-related tariffs on Europe, you secured almost $1 trillion of commitments from them to invest in the United States. Does that go put out the window if that happens?
I doubt it. Look, they need that agreement very badly with us. They really do. They fought very hard to get it. So I doubt that, but we'll see what happens. We have a lot of meetings scheduled on Greenland. I'm leaving tonight, as you know, for Davos. And we have a lot of meetings scheduled on Greenland. And I think things are going to work out pretty well, actually.
If a consequence of your determination to take control of Greenland is the ultimate breakup of the NATO alliance, is that a price you're willing to pay?
You mean the breakup of it's very interesting. So I think something's going to happen that's going to be very good for everybody. Nobody's done more for NATO than I have, as I said before, in every way. Getting them to go up to 5% of GDP was something that nobody thought was possible, and pay. At 2% they weren't paying. At 5% they are paying. And they're buying a lot of things from us, and they're giving them, I guess, to Ukraine. That's up to them, but they're giving them to whoever they're giving them to, but they're buying a lot. I think that we will work something out where NATO is going to be very happy and where we're going to be very happy. But we need it for security purposes. We need it for national security and even world security. It's very important.
You said you're confident something's going to get worked out in Greenland, but Greenlanders have made it clear they don't want to be part of the U.S.
Well,
what gives the U.S. the right to take away that self-determination?
When I speak to them, I'm sure they'll be thrilled.
Mr. President, are you committed to keeping the U.S. in NATO?
I've had such a good relationship. I've made it so much better, so much stronger. It's so good now. NATO is so much stronger now. I don't agree with a lot of the things they've done, but that was done before I got there. I think NATO's been good. Sometimes it's overrated, sometimes it's not. But we have a strong NATO. When I came here, we had a weak NATO. We had a NATO at 2%, and they weren't paying. You had a nothing NATO. NATO's, whether you like it or not, it's only as good as we are. If NATO doesn't have us, NATO is not very strong.
Men det er meget enig i, og vil. For det vi står i, det handler om meget mere end os selv. Vi kan forhandle om alt politisk, sikkerhed, investeringer og økonomi. Men vi kan ikke forhandle om vores helt fundamentale værdier. Suverænitet, vores landes identitet og vores grænser, vores demokrati. Og også her er det vigtigt, at vi har et tæt samarbejde. Altså, alt det vi gør nu handler jo om at undgå, at den her handelskrig den indledes, at der påføres tariffer per 1. februar. Samtidig synes jeg også, det er nødvendigt at sige, at vi som Europa, hvis nogen starter en handelskrig mod os, som jeg virkelig ikke kan anbefale, så skal vi selvfølgelig også svare.
And I think Europe is at a crossroads where it has to decide. Until now, we tried to appease the new president in the White House. We were very lenient, also with the tariffs. We were lenient, hoping to get his support for the Ukraine war. We are in a very bad position at the moment. We're dependent on the United States, so we chose to be lenient. But now so many red lines are being crossed that you have the choice between your self-respect. Being a happy vassal is one thing, being a miserable slave is something else.
Det er ikke sandsynligt, at der vil være en brug af militær magt, men det er ikke udelukket endnu. Og lederen fra den anden side har sagt det meget klart ud, at det ikke er udelukket. Og vi skal selvfølgelig være forberedt til alt det, der er muligt. Men vi skal understrege, at Grønland er en del af den vestlige alliance NATO, og så frem der sker eskalere mere, så vil det også have konsekvenser for hele omverdenen.
China is welcome, but what we need is more Chinese foreign direct investment in Europe, in some key sectors to contribute to our growth, to transfer some technologies, and not just to export towards Europe some devices or products which sometimes don't have the same standards or are much more subsidized as the one being produced in Europe. It's not being protectionist, it's just restoring this level playing field and protecting our industry.
大家好，我是主播周玉琴。很多的朋友告诉我们，选择原版的太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌。它添加有羽衣甘蓝，健康再加分。而有睡眠困扰的朋友们，赶快选择蓝色包装这一款晚安加强版，绝对是更有感。每日克菲尔，时刻美好 ，Good Feel Good， 请上快点购为健康下单，而且要记得输入推荐代码，有额外的折扣优惠。太阳星全效克菲尔益生菌基础版、晚安加强版，新包装改版，内容不变，抽取更方便。要吃就吃最好的。